No.
Welcome to Lewiston.
Thank you.
I'd like to call to order the Lewiston Urban Renewal Agency regular meeting of June 9th, 2026. Beatty, do we have any citizen comments that were called in?
Nothing was called in. I think we only have city staff and the audience, so.
Okay. No comments from the audience? On to the active agenda. Are there any questions or corrections to the meeting minutes from April?
Taking so long ago.
It was a while ago. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move we adopt the minutes of April.
And I would second Mr. Anderson's motion.
Excellent. You're on record. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. Approval of invoices. First one is for O'Sullivan Legal Services for $487.50. I'll entertain a motion to approve
So
said invoice.
Second.
All in favor?
I
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Fresnel Gage has a financially invoice for
Yeah.
audit for $5,600. Entertain a motion to approve the Fresnel Gage invoice.
A motion.
Do you have a second?
second.
All in favor?
I
Any opposed? That motion passes.
Is that the same, about the same amount?
That's good.
Yeah, the same amount as last year. I believe, if I remember correctly, kind of we lock in for like a 3-year period. At the same amount, and then it like goes out again.
We have a City of Lewiston reimbursement request for the East Orchard Sewer Phase 3 construction project for $341,469.37 for M.L. Albright Sons.
Yeah, so in the packet, you can see it's 2 pay requests. So one was for $263,641.19, and the other one was for $77,828.18. So that brings you that combined total of $341,469.37. And if anyone has any questions about project status, Mr. Kaufman is here, and you could speak to that.
I'd love to hear the status and our total.
And that was my question, is just making sure that it's tracking with
Yeah.
what our budget is.
We are still tracking. I did ask Joe to confirm with both Albright and Merrick to make sure that there weren't going to be, or if there were going to be any additional amendments needed to close the project out. I don't know if you've heard back from those two contractors on whether or not we're going to need to do anything additional from what was previously approved.
We don't have a final. That would be the short.
That's the short answer. Okay.
But we're looking into that. I think that we've kind of been updated on the additional money from DEQ for that overall project status. Could go ahead and go to that.
I mean, I don't know that necessarily pertains to
Okay. So,
paying of this bill.
we have some funding for kind of future contracts there. But we're working on kind of winding this down. We did explore a little bit with Albright's about, because of that fund from DEQ, if we could add back in some of the work we had designed to get us to the end of the block that we didn't have the funding for when we were working the budget, but it doesn't really seem to be circling on going.
So are they done?
Yeah, they're paved out and done with what. So
you know if there's, so we're waiting on response for them for whether or not there's gonna be any additional. But I know that on the contract, there was a little bit remaining.
Yeah, there's just retainage is all, like, the work's all done, but there's paperwork.
Yeah, so I know that there was little
Given them
bits
the
on
final
both
payment.
contracts. Still unpaid. I didn't know if we needed to, since we'll have to do, so the board will review both their amended budget for this fiscal year and then review the draft budget for the next fiscal year. And usually when we do that amended budget, prior to completion and full payout of the project, we would update with the amendments that have been made thus far that were approved previously. Reflect the total cost for that revenue allocation area.
Yeah, it's just kind of the closeout sort of work. And same thing with Eric, we have some final hours. For the project.
All right, thanks, Joe. So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Oh,
That
so
request?
what was what will that bring our total up to on the project?
Oh, that's in the packet, right?
I don't think I did I don't think I provided you guys with the map. I have been tracking it. And we still have like $77-ish thousand remaining on the contract. Which is why I was asking Joe if there would be any amendments to that, or if that was going to cover all the last paperworky sorts of things that they're doing since pavement and everything else is done.
If there's anything, it's just adjusting balance. Balance out.
Okay,
Alright, so, sorry, did you need a motion?
yep, I do
Then I
need,
can move that.
okay, do I have a second?
I'll make a second.
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And then there's Brighton Avenue reconstruction stage 1 request for $200,000. Take it away, Katie.
Okay, so this was kind of a last minute request, and you guys received an amended packet because of it. But then when I went back to double check our budget, we did not program any project money in Brighton Avenue for the 26th fiscal year. So we will have to amend the budget to include those project costs before we can pay this. So my suggestion to the board would be that we table this motion until we've done the amended budget, held the public hearing and approved.
Or could we just wait and do it in January? I mean,
So
does this
our-
money have to be done before that?
So our fiscal year is October to September. So
Oh.
we normally do our budget, you'll see a draft budget next month, that's part of the normal track. We go on,
Okay.
and then we have our public hearing for our budget in August.
Okay, so we're basically holding off on this until,
Correct, yeah, so
got it, that's what I
this
was
is just
wondering.
gonna slide over like 2 months and be
Okay.
part of that.
Yes.
Cause I have to do an amended budget anyways. Do every year, to correct any overages, underages, differences in increment, differences in, insurance, or not insurance, interest monies that come in, all of those sorts of things. And then we also do that draft budget that the board approves in August to start October 1 for the next fiscal year. So we would just wrap this request into
That's,
that.
yeah, I was like,
amended budget.
I don't, you guys shouldered on this one, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and so it doesn't push us that far out because of how our fiscal year falls.
Will that push the work out?
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like they'll still be fine with it being delayed that short bit of time,
Excellent.
based on the conversations I've had with the gal who's in charge of the financial piece and the engineer working on the Brighton project in Public Works.
Anything else on that one?
We just need a motion to continue.
I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
It's an exciting project.
It is. Big deal. All in favor?
Will you add to your motion that we table until August when we've amended the budget, please?
Sure, I will amend the motion to, what did you say, push it to August?
Table till August.
Table till August.
Table till August. Got a second?
And amendment, but.
Yes, so then you do both those.
Yeah,
Okay, who was my second? I'm sorry.
Joe.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any against? That motion passes. It's time to review financial summaries.
Okay, so in the packet, the April one was included, and then I got May this morning, so May was a separate handout, at your space at your table. So you can see not much change yet to, increment received, because we usually get that second, bump, after June taxes have been collected. So you can see we're at 483 and change in East Orchards, 408 in Brighton, and 208 in downtown. And then you can see for Mays that those have adjusted ever so slightly, so a little bit of money trickled in an increment, so 490, 411, and 210. And then, of course, since we didn't meet last month, there's no change to expenditures, and then the other difference would just be that interest earned. You can see our state investment pool interest year to date is 76,000, and for Twin River it's 9,800.
And so
Yes, sir.
for some, so Bryden has 2.5 million. Take up, and we have a request for 200,000 of that for engineering.
Yes. Yeah, so we have the money, it just was not programmed in the budget. So we will amend the budget to reflect that project cost. But yes, we
And
have,
we don't have discretion to approve things outside of the budget.
correct, we have to amend the budget, that's the legal procedure.
Anything else?
That's kind of it there, I mean, with us not meeting last month or paying any bills, mostly it's just those little increases, between those 2 months. And then, like I said, usually, in July or August, you see that other, depending on when we get the check from the county, you see that other little bump, in increment for the rest of the taxes being received.
Okay. Do we have any board member comments?
Well, I'll go. Today's my last board meeting, so I just appreciate being on the board with all of you.
Sheila, it's been a
And thank you
pleasure.
for letting me be a chair for a while. So I
You did a
appreciate it.
wonderful job, thank you for serving.
I would comment that Port of Lewiston, we're probably having some committee reassignments, and might have to talk to Kitty when you have different court members take over.
Okay.
URA.
So your board will just need to submit a letter, to the clerk saying who, is gonna be the new representative, and then that will go on a council meeting for appointment.
The county's having an open house at the courthouse. I think it's kind of a grand opening, and then junction with the Idaho 250th.
May 27th or something.
No, I hope not, because that would.
June 27th.
No, I think it's the 30th, isn't it?
Or-
I can't remember. I'm not really, but it doesn't start till like 3 in the afternoon or something like that. I think it's how it's, we're having a meeting on it this week. It is the 30th.
30th.
Okay.
Will there be cake and ice cream?
I don't know about that. There's some kind of food, but I'm not sure about. Okay. We're both in favor of the cake. Okay, I'll let them know. I'm not in charge of catering either.
Any other board members' comments? Okay, staff comments.
So as I've already mentioned, so at our July meeting, we'll review the draft for the amended budget and the draft for the 2027 fiscal year budget. So is there anyone unable to attend that July 14th meeting?
The
No
Boston.
Okay, no limit. Anyone else unable to attend on July 14th?
I'll probably still be here for the.
Super. And then we'll hold the public hearings at the August meeting. As we normally do. And that's all I have. We will be opening up the seat that Sheila is vacating, so that will be posted on the city website. So if you know anybody that you think would be a good fit for this board or who is interested in serving, please encourage them to apply. They can contact myself or the city clerk. Brad, do you have anything?
Sorry, it takes me a sec to unmute. No, I do not. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn then.
So move.
Second?
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That motion passes. We
Yeah,
are
that
adjourned.
was a quick meeting.
It was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Those
for
are
doing
kind of
that.
nice.
See y'all.
Thanks, Ted.
Goodbye, Dad.